Ho ho! Tomorrow, Real Madrid make their debut in a new competition, the Copa del Rey. How excited are you about this tournament? And also about tomorrow's visit to Talavera, a city we know is really getting behind the team and will fully embrace Real Madrid's visit.
Good afternoon. We always know that the Copa is a special competition because it gives you the chance to face teams you normally wouldn't play against. I don't know how many times Talavera have faced Real Madrid. Never. This is the first time, right? But it's also a competition where big surprises happen. We go into the match with the same respect and the same level of preparation, and hopefully we'll achieve our objective in Talavera. We're ready.
You're talking about excitement and also about the surprises that usually happen in the Copa. The other day in Vitoria, after the match, you said you hoped the attitude you liked from the team wouldn't be forgotten. I don't know if tomorrow is an especially important day, considering that Copa matches are often prone to relaxation.
Yes, there are days when you have to prepare the match tactically and physically, but mentally as well. These are slightly different conditions from what we're used to. And preparing the game with professionalism, seriousness, and the right attitude is going to be fundamental.
Real Madrid's president was very tough regarding the Negreira case involving Barcelona and the current referee's technical committee. You were at Real Madrid as a player during the period that is now being investigated. What was said in the dressing room back then, and did you ever doubt the refereeing system at that time?
First of all, we share and support the club's and the president's position. As for the rest, it's difficult to answer now. You'd have to go back and look at the records. But I think the most important thing is that, for the good of football, the truth about what actually happened comes out.
I wanted to ask about Endrick. There are some rumors about a possible departure in January. Tomorrow is a Copa match, which often gives opportunities to players who haven't had many minutes. Are you considering him as a starter tomorrow, and how do you see his short to medium-term future, considering those rumors?
I understand the question, but you know I don't like to give too many clues to the opponent. Bobby is, of course, included in the squad, and we're not thinking beyond the break yet. First we have Talavera, then Sevilla. We're counting on all the players we have, and we want to start with tomorrow. And Bobby, of course, has options.
From the outside, it seems like there's a better connection between Xabi Alonso and the players. Not only because of Vinicius's hug, which is normal after a goal, but it feels like the players are more involved and showing more attitude. Maybe because the crowd whistled against City or after the defeat. Or because there's a better internal connection. I don't know if I'm right or wrong.
That's your interpretation from the outside. From the inside, we've always fought for the same objectives. We know there are good moments and not so good moments, and unity is fundamental. Relationships develop over time, and we get to know each other better. With time, you understand what moments you're in. This is the moment we're in now, and the focus is on what's coming next, the next 4 days, finishing strongly before the break. But always with ambition, with high standards, and with a desire to improve and to build on what we're doing, to make it better, in the dressing room, on the pitch, in the game, in attack and in defense. We want to improve in everything.
These matches usually involve a mix of regular starters and academy players. There's also Mbappe's situation. He's 3 goals away from achieving something very difficult, scoring 59 goals in a calendar year, which Cristiano managed to do. How will you manage that? He wants to play to try to match it, but does the collective good come first, even if that means resting him? Are these things negotiated with players?
No, not at all. It hasn't come up in conversations, neither after the Vitoria match nor before. We've always been thinking about the match and making the best decisions to put out the best possible team for each game. We'll see what happens in the next 2 matches.
We've asked you several times about the message you received from the board. After Vitoria, has the club conveyed calm regarding your position, at least until the Spanish Super Cup?
The situation before and after remains the same. We maintain very good communication. We're in this together, each with our roles. Communication is fluid. There's constant trust, respect, ambition, and a desire to improve. The situation is the same.
Following up on what José Luis asked you, a statement has just been released by the Spanish Referees Association. It's breaking news right now. They reject Florentino Perez's recent public statements, saying they cause serious harm to the reputation of referees in Spanish football, and they deny any accusation of corruption. Referees, along with coaches, often feel like the weakest link. Can Spanish referees be defended at this moment? Can you send them a message saying, "Don't worry, we're not going against you"?
I think it's legitimate for everyone to defend their own interests. When someone feels harmed, it's normal for them to speak up in pursuit of what they believe is fair. And that's exactly what we're doing.
Do you think the titles Barcelona won during that period are tainted, or even that the competition itself is tainted?
Don't want to comment on that. I'm not going to go there.
You've played in the Premier League, the Bundesliga, and La Liga in Spain. What differences do you see in refereeing across those leagues?
There's a bit of everything. In every league, there are referees with different personalities and different ways of officiating. And as humans, they all make mistakes. But here, there has been a case that needs to be investigated, and responsibilities need to be clarified. What has happened here, I can tell you, is very surprising abroad, that there have been no consequences or accountability. That's why it's very important to know what actually happened, because this isn't normal and it can't be treated as something natural.
The other day, Victor Valdepeñas made his debut. Tomorrow's round is usually a good opportunity to see reserve team players. From a general point of view, what is your philosophy regarding the academy at Real Madrid? Is it about players forcing the door open or respecting the hierarchy of the first team? What's your idea when it comes to academy players?
I think Valdepeña's debut was very good news because it was the first debut of the season. Historically, I've seen and experienced that many players who were in the right place at the right time knew how to take their opportunity, and who knows? I don't have scripts or limits because in the end, it's the pitch that gives and takes away. If players who deserve to play and deserve more opportunities prove it, they'll get them. It was good news. I was very happy for Victor. I congratulated him because he helped us win the match. And looking ahead, I think there will be more opportunities.
You mentioned earlier that over time you get to know the dressing room better and relationships develop. I wanted to ask, in what way have you had to adapt to the dressing room during this time?
Well, after everything, the Xabi who arrived, when was it now? July, May, with the Club World Cup. When was it? June, right. Compared to now, he's not the same. In essence, yes, but not the same in terms of what I've learned, the things I've had to adjust in myself, how I've had to get to know and adapt. And I suppose the same happens to the players. Seeing the type of training, the type of coach I am, the decisions, how we want to play, there's development there too. That's normal. We're not static images. We evolve. The important thing is that it's for the better, not for the worse. We've only been together 4 or 5 months, and there's still a lot of road ahead.
I wanted to ask you about Rodrygo goes. He's had a difficult time since last season, and in the last 2 matches he's scored again. He's taken some weight off his shoulders after going a long time without scoring, but he's also been contributing a lot, defensively and offensively, playing on the right. How do you assess his performances in these matches?
I'm really glad you asked that because Rodri has been very good news in the last 2 matches. Not just because of the goals, but because of the role he's playing. As a fourth midfielder, a third forward, in those in-between positions that he can occupy, those hard-to-detect spaces because of his movement and quality in tight areas. On top of that, he's giving us defensive balance as well, which is extremely important. And if that's complemented by goals, by that quality he's always had and that he needed, then even better. The goal against City was very important, and the goal the other day was very important too.
When you talk about the changes from the Xabi who arrived to the Xabi you are now, are you referring to changes in your relationship with the players or tactical and footballing changes? I found the reflection very interesting and would like to know a bit more.
Everything, both as a coach and as a manager. You learn from what works, what doesn't work as well, what you can improve, what you need to adjust, and what I'd still like to do better. We're working on it. The players are too. And we all want the same thing. If we're a better team in March than we are now, that will be good news. And if we're even better by the end of the season, even better. There will be different phases throughout this season.
Following on from that, how much are you enjoying this stage on the Real Madrid bench, and how much are you suffering?
The responsibility of the job means you have to understand what's required of you at every moment. But I enjoy the opportunity I have, in the good moments and the not so good ones, with everything that comes with it. It's a privilege. I said it on the first day, and I still feel the same. Being here, enjoying it, and wanting to improve.
I know you won't talk about the starting lineup, but I'd like to understand your approach to this type of match, where Madrid are heavy favourites against a third-division team. How do you prepare the team, and what dangers do matches like this have?
I said it at the beginning, it's a match you have to prepare for mentally, because the situation is different. In football, surprises can happen. We don't want any surprises. We want to be reliable. And tomorrow, we want to put out a competitive team so we can get through.